Hello and welcome. Our topic for the day is standard deviation. Before we start on to do some questions, let's understand what standard deviation is all about. The standard deviation is a measure of how spread out the numbers are in a sample data. Its symbol is the sigma, that is a Greek letter sigma. Now the steps for calculating standard deviation are: first we work out the mean of the numbers given to us. That is a simple average of the numbers. We take the sum and divide by the count. This will give us the mean. Then for each number, subtract the mean and square the result. This is called the squared difference. Then what we will do is we will work out the average of these square differences. This is called the variance. Variance is denoted by sigma square. The standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. We just need to take the square root of the result obtained in step 3. That will give us the standard deviation of the sample data. Let's understand this with the help of some questions. Solve. Find the standard deviation of this sample of data. The first step is to find out the mean. Mean is calculated by adding all the numbers and dividing them by the count. So let's write down all the numbers with a plus sign in between and divide it by the count. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when we total them up, this gives us 1814 divided by 7, which is equals to 259.14. This is our mean. Now what we'll be doing, we'll find out the difference of each number from the mean. So first we write down and then square the difference. 243 minus 259.14. First let's write down 245 minus 259.14. 271 minus 259.14, 267 minus 259.14, 248 minus 259.14, 267 again minus 259.14, and the last 273 minus 259.14. Now we'll find out the difference. This is negative 16.14. When squared, this gives us 260.50. We have to square it. So this will give us 260.50. Now this is negative 14.14 squared equals 199.94. Similarly, we work out for all the numbers and then square them, and with the help of the calculator we'll find out all these values. This is equal to 7.86. Then we square it up and then we get 61.78. 248 minus 259.14 will give us negative 11.14. Square of a negative number is always positive, so the negative sign will not trouble us anywhere. This is equals to 7.86 squared equals to 61.78, and finally the last one is 13.86. when squared gives us 192.10. Now we'll add up all these squared differences that we've just calculated. This gives us 1040.86. Now this is the variance. We'll calculate the variance from here, that is sigma square equals to 1040.86 divided by the count, that is 7. Now this value comes out to be 148.69. Now standard deviation SD, that is sigma equals to square root of the variance, that is 148.69. This gives us the answer as 12.19. So the standard deviation for the given sample data is 12.19, can be seen in option A. Let's try another question. Find the standard deviation of this sample of data. Our first step is to find out the mean. Mean means we have to total all of them and then divide it by the count. So we'll quickly write them like this. What is the count in this case? Let's see how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 7. Then this is equals to 2292 divided by 7, and the mean comes out to be 2292 divided by 7. Let's work it out on the calculator and see what we get. 2292 divided by 7 gives us 327.43. Now our step is find out the square difference, that is 329 minus 327.43. We'll first write down all of them to avoid any mistake. 322 minus 327.43, 327 minus 327.43, 345 minus 327.43, 322 minus 327.43, that's the mean. 337 minus 327.43, and the last one 310 minus 327.43. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's correct. Now we'll work out for the difference first. This is equals to 1.57, and when squared this will give us 2.47. Now the difference would be negative 5.43. When squared will give us 29.48. This is equals to negative 0.43. Squared will be a positive number. This is going to be 0.18. Now 345, this will give us 17.57 as a difference. When squared this will give us 308.70. Now we have 322 minus this we've calculated above also, so negative 5.43. Squared gives us 29.48. Now here we have 9.55 as a difference. Square it up and we get 91.2. The last one we have 310 minus the mean. So here we have 310 sorry, 310 minus 327.43 will give us negative 17.43, and when we square it up this will give us 303.80. Now when we total all this up we get the answer as, let's total them up. We add up all of them with the help of the calculator and see what we get as a final sum. This is equals to 765.31. Now we'll find out the variance, that is sigma squared, that is 765.31 divided by the count. So when 765.31 is divided by 7, we get 109.33, and standard deviation sigma is the square root of the variance, and when this number is square rooted our answer is 10.46. This is the final answer, can be seen in option C. Let's move on to the next question. Solve. Find the standard deviation of this sample of data. Here we are given a sample set of 8 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll first find out the mean. That is, we add up all of them and then divide by 8. So we write them like this and then divide the total by 8. This total comes out to be 1452 divided by 8 equals to 181.5. This is our mean. Now we'll find out the square difference, that is 169 minus 181.5. Let's write down all of them first. 180 minus 181.5, 166 minus 181.5, 196 minus 181.5, 174 minus 181.5, 176, then we have 196 minus the mean, and finally we have 195 minus the mean. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's correct. So the first difference is negative 12.5 and the square of this will be 156.25. Then the next one will be negative 1.5. Squaring it up we get 2.25. In the third one we have the difference as negative 15.5. Squared gives us 240.25. This difference when worked out will give us 14.5. Squared will give us 210.25. This is negative 7.5. Squared will give us 56.25. This is equals to 5.5 with the negative sign. Squared will give us 30.25. This 196 is 114.5 squared equals to 210.25, and the last will give us 13.5. Squared gives us 182.25. Now we'll add up all the square differences and divide by the count will give us the variance, that is sigma squared is 1088 divided by 8. This 1088 is the total of the square differences, that is these that we've calculated just now. So this sigma squared equals 136. Standard deviation sigma is the square root of 136 and the final answer is 11.66. This is the standard deviation sigma, our final answer. So D is the correct option, that is 11.66. I hope standard deviation is easy now. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.